Hello, everybody. Good morning. How is everyone doing in this group? Um, I'm here again on my second live video, live training, and I wanted to come on here and talk about um, glowing up for 2025. We only have three, less than 3 months left to work on ourselves, to keep working on our goals, to finish strong. And everyone in the social media has been talking about this winter arc thing. And let me know in the comments if you've heard of that term. Um, Essentially, what that means is it's winter. It's fall, and winter is coming up. Holidays coming, and the weather's changing. It's getting a lot cooler. People are staying more inside and less outside, less going out. And basically, you have a little bit more time on your hands since you're not going out as much, and the weather really sucks sometimes. So it's people are using this time to work on themselves, basically, to finish up their goals, finish strong so they can come stronger and enter 2025 stronger and better. So, getting ready for next year. So, basically, that's the gist of Winter Arc. And I think it's very timely to talk about glowing up because I'm all about working on ourselves, reaching our trying to work and improve ourselves to reach our highest version of ourselves, right? Always improving, always growing. So, without any further ado, if you're here live, please let me know. I wanted to say hi in the group. If you're watching this under replay, just type hashtag replay. And I hope this training will help you out and give you some motivation to really, really finish strong this year. Okay, first of all, I hope everyone's doing great on their journeys, whatever it is you're working on your fitness, on your wellness journeys. And if you are, getting in a rut and really not feeling motivated, hope this training will help you get out of it and get, finish strong this year. So, okay, let me jump into this training. Like what I said, this is your glow up strategy for 2025. I want you to implement these things that I'm going to be talking about today so you can finish strong this year and start 2025 at a good place. So, first thing I need you to do is to assess and set your goals. Of course, it's almost, we're coming to an end of the year, and we've set goals at the beginning of this year, right? In January, we probably had New Year's resolution and such. And I want you to do a little bit of reflection, see where you are, see how your progress is doing, if you're slacking a bit behind, or if you've achieved some of those goals. You have to do some self-assessment. And if you've achieved some of those goals, congratulate yourself first of all. Give yourself a pat on the back for doing just so. And if you haven't, don't fret, don't be frustrated. It's okay. You can always take this time to tweak and adjust. So if that goal doesn't serve you anymore, you can always take it out of your list. Or if you still want to work on it and finish strong, then that's something that you need to focus on. So basically, use this first step as your assessment of looking back through the year of 2024, what you have done and what you need to work on. So I just want to remind everyone, I'm pretty sure you've heard of the term SMART goals. Make sure when you're setting goals, it's SMART, meaning specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. Okay, if you don't know what that means, Google it. I'm pretty sure it's very common knowledge by now. If you set your goals, if you set SMART goals, it's most likely that you're going to achieve it. Okay, so in this step, I suggest if you haven't started journaling about this, keep a journal, track whatever you need to track your daily habits, track your emotions, how you're feeling, and your thoughts. Sometimes it does help to put things on paper, and it's kind of like right on your face, smack on your face, and it lets you know, makes you realize what you really need to be working on, or um, what you've done for the year, right? So the next thing I want to do, or the next thing I want to talk about, and I want you to do, is if you want to glow up for 2025, is of course you want to feel good inside and out. Okay, so I want to start from inside all the time, because if you feel good on the inside, it does reflect on the outside as well, right? And usually the most tangible thing that I start with, and since I'm a fitness coach, health and fitness coach, is the nutrition. So I want you guys to reflect on your nutrition, how it's doing, set your goals, what is it you need to do. If you need to lose weight, make sure you have systems in place in order to do that, to work on that goal, right? If you're a type A person like me, and if you need to see numbers, calculate your daily caloric needs. If you're trying to lose weight, go Google it. There's a lot of online calculators that you can use to calculate how much calories you need in order to lose the weight. Or if you're trying to just maintain, it depends really on your goal. Or even if you're trying to gain weight, you need to know how many calories you need. And if you think that's very tedious, that's fine as well, as long as you make sure. I'm going to give you some guidance, simple guidance that you can follow if you don't want to be calculating things, or you're not really into numbers and stuff. Just make sure you have a well balanced meal. Just focus on, if you're trying to reach specific goals, focus on trying to get high protein in your diet, in your daily in your daily meals. What else? Make sure you are adding more into your diet. Stray away from dieting, from like subtracting things, because usually that's not very motivating, and it's just feels restrictive. So instead of subtracting things away from what you eat, I suggest you add more into your diet. Add more nutrient dense foods, add more protein, right? So try to swap things. So instead of eating chips or processed foods, try to swap them with healthier versions. And you don't have to get rid of the whole entire thing. Just make sure you're getting in more nutrient dense stuff. So if, like what I said, if you're also into numbers, if you like to calculate things, if you like to see things, you can also use measuring cups or food scale to portion things out, or just to make sure you're avoiding overeating and stuff. Or if you're used to it and if you've been doing this for a while, just make sure your portion control is in tune. Okay, so make sure you're not overeating, especially during the holidays, right? So that's step 2. So the first step is to assess and set your goals. The second one is overhaul your nutrition. And then the third one is, of course, what goes hand in hand with nutrition is your exercise or physical activities. Okay, make sure you schedule your workouts in advance and treat them as appointments. That's all I'm going to say. Make it part of your lifestyle. You have to develop that discipline really for that motivation to come in. Sometimes if you're lacking in motivation, sometimes all you need to do is really to take that first step and hit that consistency. And after a while, you see results, and that's where motivation comes in. And that's when it becomes more of a lifestyle rather than something you need to do. So some of my tips, if you're getting bored, maybe you can mix things up. You don't have to stay on a rigid like workout schedule, just because you saw it online that you need to follow like a weight training program. That's what you're going to do. You don't have to do that. As long as you're getting movements in, choose something that you like. If you like cardio, mix cardio with it. If you like strength training, mix strength training in your routine. You can do Pilates, you can do yoga, flexibility exercise. You don't have to stick to just one thing. For me, as long as you have a well-rounded fitness routine that you're hitting every body part, that's fine. Something is better than nothing, right? So just make sure, if there's one thing that you need to do, make sure you're doing strength training. That's just my opinion, because muscles, we love muscles. It's whatever your fitness goals is. If you're building muscles, it's always beneficial. So that's just my 2 cents about it, okay? So after the physical activity, you're gonna work on your mindfulness and self-care practices. It's good to put your body into what do you call this, stressed activity like exercises or strength training, but at the same time, it's during the recovery and rest periods, that's when usually the magic happens. That's when you usually see the results. So this thing is also really important, to take care and prioritize self-care and mindfulness. So some of the things that I really like to do, and I suggest maybe try it out if you haven't so already, is to meditate. I know meditation is not for everybody. Sometimes it takes practice at the beginning before you get used to it, but try it out and see if something that you like. But if you don't, like what I said, if it's not something that you enjoy, you don't have to do it, okay? It's just my suggestion. So, just find some quiet time, sit quietly for about 5 to 10 minutes at the beginning. Focus on your breath, at the first, if this is your first time trying it out, I suggest use some guided meditations. There's a lot of free apps online that's available online that really helped me a lot at the beginning. And then afterwards, you can increase your time to do meditation. And the next thing that you can do for mindfulness and self-care is journaling as well. So maybe do it first thing in the morning, or even before before you sleep. Make it part of your nighttime routine. Write down 3 things you're grateful for, positive affirmations, anything that happened that day, things you need to do, things you learned, all those things. Like what I said at the beginning of this video, there's some power in putting your thoughts from your brain down to your paper. So that's one thing. And the next thing is set aside some time each day for your self-care activities, like maybe taking baths with Epsom salts, especially after workouts. It's really good for recovery, for muscle soreness. Use essential oils, put it on, put some relaxing music while you're in your bathtub. Or if you like reading a book, reading is, I'm gonna say, I'll be honest, I tried to read, but I just can't. I'm more of a audiobook or podcast kind of person. It's because I like to do it passively while doing something else, just to multitask, and I just can't find myself sitting down and just opening up a book. But it is for some people, and that's also a good time to relax, to wind down before you sleep. Put some quiet time aside for your favorite book and read for about 30 minutes. Or if reading is also not for you, any hobby really that brings you joy. I've seen people, my younger sisters, doing crochet. That's a hobby she's been into, and to each its own. It works for her, she loves it, it relaxes her, and that's something that she loves to do. So I suggest find a hobby, that something that you love and that relaxes your mind, doesn't stimulate you, especially when you're trying to wind down before sleep. Okay, so those are the 4 things that I suggest you start focusing on for the rest of the year if you haven't done so already. Again, I'm going to go over it. First, do your self-reflection and assessment. Do some journaling, some habit tracking, and set your goals, do some adjustments, tweaks if needed, so you know what to work on for the rest of the year. And then step two is take care of your nutrition. Make sure you're very mindful of what you eat. Try to do 80% nutrient dense foods and 20% food for the soul. And the third one you can work on is your physical activities. Get some activities in, even just walking. Okay, choose something that you love, something you're going to stick to. And then the fourth one, of course, the last but not the least, is mindfulness and self care practices. Take care of your well being, your mind, on top of your physical. I hope these tips help. And if you need help, I know it's not easy to start something new or stick to a new habit. These 4 steps are fine and dandy, but if you're not going to stick to it, it's not really very useful, right? So if you need help on how to stay consistent with it, if you need more tips on how to stick with it and make it a lifestyle, I do have a comprehensive guide, a 12-week glow up plan that I created for free. If you need a copy of that, I'm more than willing to share it to you. Just type in the comments glow up below and I'll reach out to you and send it to you as soon as I can. Okay, I hope you guys are having a very productive and a fun midweek, and I'll see you guys again next week on my next live. Bye.